Hey, what's going on? It's the Bearded One back at you again with a new video. Hey, so in today's video, we're gonna bust a few myths about the VA loan. So I'm gonna give you 5 myths that we're gonna bust in today's video, all right? So stay tuned to this video. Alright, so let's get to today's video. So let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Maurice Murphy. I call myself the Bearded One. You can see why. So I'm a licensed Florida realtor here in the state of Florida in the Jacksonville or Northeast Florida area. And so what I talk about on this channel is I talk about tips for buyers and sellers. I also give ideas of what's going on in and around Jacksonville and the surrounding counties. And the last thing is I talk about these right here. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you're in the content, and click the notification bell so you know exactly when I drop my next video. So 5 myths I want to bust in today's video. So the VA loan's been around for a very long time. I think the 1940s when it first started, and it was given to service members when they came back from World War II to help them purchase a new home. So we want to talk about these myths really quick. Okay, so the first myth I want to talk about is you only get one chance to use the VA loan. That's totally false. You can use the VA loan multiple times, however many times you want to. Now, please understand that you can't use it on multiple properties. You can't use it for more than one property, more than 2 properties at a time. So if you have more than 2, you have to sell a property, refinance, or whatever you want to do before you can use that VA loan again. So which takes me to my myth number 2. The myth is that you can only use the VA loan for one property. That's not true. You can use the VA loan for 2 properties. So there's 2 properties you can use it on. So you can buy one house. If you get transferred to another place, you can use your VA loan a second time. There's a little calculation that lenders do to tell you how much you'll qualify for, but on the first one, it's a limited amount of money. You can buy how much you can afford on that first one. Now the second one, there's a calculation that they do, really funky, so I don't want to get into it. I'm not good at math, so you talk to a lender, let me know and I can hook you up with a lender. Third thing is you can only use a VA loan to buy a house. That's a myth busted. So you can also use a VA loan to refinance your house. Me personally, when I bought refinance, which is called the IRRL, it allows VA loans to refinance to the same VA loan for a lower interest rate, or for whatever you want to, cash out refis, whatever you want to do for your loan. So you can refinance with a VA loan. So that's another myth. You can use it for more than just buying houses. And while I'm on buying houses, I want to talk about this really quick. It's not really a myth, but I want to set this straight. You can buy a multi-family property with a VA loan. The only caveat is you have to be living in one of the units as your primary residence. Meaning you live, let's say for instance you bought a duplex. You have to be, primary resident has to be 1, and then you're renting out that second unit up to 4 units, okay? That's more than 4 units. It goes to commercial, so it's a totally different situation. So up to 4 units. So if you have a quadplex, you can live in 1 and rent out the other 3. So that's something that a lot of people are not talking about, you can do. I've talked about it on my channel before about house hacking. So you can use your VA loan for buying multi-family properties. You just have to live in 1, okay? Let's move on to the next myth. VA loans are small and only ideal for starter homes. Not true at all. As I said before, VA loans can be used for jumbo loans. So you can go as well up into over $1 million or how much you can afford. As long as you're a veteran, you can use your VA loan. So I think a few years ago they stopped limiting how much you can get. Now it's unlimited as long as you can afford it and you're pre-approved and you're qualified by a lender. So there's no limit on any house that you buy with a VA loan. But as I said, just remember that second home that you buy, there's a calculation that has to be done and there's an amount that they'll set based on that calculation of how much you can afford for your second home. And last but not least, VA loan, it's a long process time. Not true at all. So VA loans are probably one of the, if not the easiest loans that you can do. You talk to any lender, they'll tell you straight up, VA loans are the easiest because they're backed by the government. The parameters or guidance, what they have constraints of how they qualify for or what buyers can qualify for really depends on that lender. So there's a number of ways you can get qualified with a VA loan. Only thing is you have to have served at least 90 days active duty, okay? And then you'll have to have a DD-214. If you're not a veteran, active duty, you still can use your VA loan as well. All right, you just have to get a statement of what's called a statement of service. So either DD-214 if you're a veteran, or if you're active duty, you get a statement of service. You can get that from your local administrative office. Okay. So those are the myths busted right there. Okay. So go back and watch this video again if you didn't catch them all. But if you have any further questions, there's a lot of them out there. I didn't want to go through the entire list. I just want to give you 5 of the biggest ones that are out there right now, okay? So I am Maurice Murphy, the bearded one, and I'll see you in the next video, all right? Talk to you soon.